Go ahead.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Cyberwork,
And Bumblebee.
and today we're going to be talking about.
Justice League Unlimited, issue number 10.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure what the heck is going on.
Lots of things.
Too many things are going on all at once on the Watchtower. You got them trying to stop. What's his name again? The timekeeper,
Time Trapper,
time trapper. Who is what's his name?
Doomsday.
Doomsday. Because apparently he's unconscious, I think, or semi-unconscious.
He's hurt bad.
He got a whole gash in his chest or stomach or wherever, and it's like anybody who gets close to him, they age rapidly. And you got Wally West thinking just because he has the speed force, it won't affect him. The second he get close, Grandpa.
Well, they didn't know.
It don't matter. He turned into Grandpa.
So, as Cyborg said, this issue starts off with the Time Trapper, aka Doomsday, running away from, I guess, Darkseid's version of the Legion of Doom from the future.
Yes.
Which he does not fare so well because he kind of like
they strong.
How do I want to put this?
It ain't the Super Legion.
He kind of gets like punched through his chest, if you will.
Which is why I said he had gas through his chest.
Yeah.
Because he got somebody, if you understand One Piece, somebody turned him into a donut.
Yeah. And then he somehow was able to time travel himself to the Watchtower.
For safety.
Which he kind of crash lands in one of the rec rooms of the Watchtower, which is where Wally West and then some other heroes that were there tried to investigate. And when Wally West got close, time, as he said, attacked him.
Yeah, he turned into an old man.
So they needed to stop and reevaluate because anyone that got close, time was going to attack them as well.
Yeah, and then
I think the only reason Wally West survived is because he has the Speed Force.
Mm-hmm.
And he was able to go back to normal.
Yeah, that's not safe.
Before we continue with that.
Meanwhile, elsewhere,
Batman and Red Tornado are having a meeting, and we flash back to a meeting between the big three, if you will. Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. A secret but not so secret meeting because Red Tornado knew about it. A secret meeting that they had discussing Airwave and what to do about it, or what kind of consequences or what's the word? What they should do from here on out to prevent this from happening again. So, type thing.
Batman, he wants to vet every single person in the Justice League.
He wants to use Red Tornado to pretty much run through everyone's background again.
Which I agree.
Whereas Superman is like, nah.
There's no need for that.
There's no need for that. You know, the everyone that's in already has proven themselves. We've all come together to, you know, deal with certain things. So we don't need to look into everyone's deep dive into everyone's history that's already here. Now, Superman does agree that anyone else that they add to the roster from here on out, they can go through and vet. But he doesn't agree that they, look into everyone that's currently in background.
I say, yes, do the vet for all of them and do the vet for future. It makes the most sense because of what happened.
They also discussed that, the whole reason that Airwave was able to be manipulated is because Airwave kind of...
He didn't know.
He didn't know who Grodd was.
Now, you have, I believe it was Superman who says it falls on us not being there for him and teaching him. Then you also got it from Wonder Woman who's like, not really. No, Batman, sorry.
Batman was like,
he should have known. Or
the vetting should have been done beforehand.
Yes.
So that because like they knew that he wasn't up to snuff with, the current days and times. So that they knew, but they didn't check on him or have the time to make sure that he knew what he needed to know.
They didn't touch bases with him and make sure that he had a stable support system within the Justice League.
Yeah.
And that's why Gorilla Grodd had so much of an easier time getting to him.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know him at first. And Gorilla Grodd played on his emotions.
So all of that happened. And the meeting had to end abruptly because Superman had to go back to Metropolis. And Superman was like, we will have this discussion. We will continue this discussion later. Nothing is to happen until we come to a consensus later. But the reason...
Batman's like, who are you to tell me what to do? I'm Batman.
But it seems like whatever the meeting that they're having is Batman telling Red Tornado to, hey, look into everyone's background for me.
Vetting. I don't care what Boy Scout says. Start the vetting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Again, I agree with vetting each and every one. Now,
I mean, I
disagree with, because this goes along the same lines as the whole Marvel thing where they wanted everyone to sign up and do like a face reveal of who they are. No one just becomes a superhero without permission from the government.
The Sokovia Accords.
Yeah, that. If it would have gotten to that, I do not agree with. But all Batman wants to do is make sure that everyone has the background and check everyone's background to make sure that we're not having a what's his name again?
Airwave
2.0. Like, make sure everyone knows everything that they need to know. So it does not happen again. So I agree with it 100%. But let's not go so far into it to where you need to reveal your whole identity to everyone. No.
I mean, it depends.
Know,
I mean, they know who the people are. I think it's just it depends. For me, it depends on when he says, how deep of a dive are they going into everyone's background? Like, are they digging up and being like, you had 3 parking tickets in 2017?
Okay,
type stuff.
If they do that, then that's
a little much.
That's excessive.
It depends on how deep of a dive they're doing, kind of thing, to me.
But yes, they should be vetted, both new and old members.
But that, Batman's gonna do what Batman does.
Yes. He don't care.
Meanwhile, another portion of this book that was happening was in Markovia, where
Meanwhile, elsewhere,
a pit opened up. In Markovia, we have Geoforce, and then we had some backup from the Justice League come in.
Now, the only place where I've heard and remember Geoforce is from Young Justice.
Correct.
I do not know him from the comics, so please forgive me if I do not know everything about the comic book version of Geoforce play.
But yeah, so he's dealing with this pit, and then Justice League members come to help and aid with the situation, because apparently these pits have been popping up all over the world.
Right.
And these pits are reminiscent of the Apokolips. So the Earth is kind of turning into Apokolips. So we have Captain Atom, Power Girl, and Cadejos which is not a character that I'm familiar with. He's given me Ghost Rider vibes, which I know is Marvel, but he's given me he's a wolf man or a werewolf who's on fire and he has chains.
Okay. Cerberus, but with one head and flaming body.
And chains.
So, a flaming Ghost Rider Cerberus.
Pretty much. So they all the pit wasn't on fire at first, but then it erupted in fire. And they're trying to figure out what to do with it. The town is being evacuated by Kid Flash. Or what did she say? They're being evacuated by other League members.
Right.
Sorry. Mary, Marvel, and Impulse are evacuating the rest of his kingdom. And then this team of people goes down into the pit to check it out.
No. They do all this and that. And I don't know where Power Girl got this idea from. But all she said was,
should I go grab a glacier?
Like it's nothing. Like, it's one of the most normal things in the world. Should I go grab a glacier? And I'm looking at Bumblebee like, excuse me?
She's just asking like, should I go grab a cup like it's a cup of water? Just for I'll go.
You want a few ice cubes?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's nothing for me to go grab a glacier.
No. Bad.
But
intense heat plus absolute cold equals steam.
Mm-hmm. But apparently they tried that in one of the other pits and it didn't work. So they went down into the pit to check it out. And what they found something down in the pit.
Yeah.
An arm, a person, or something was down there. We don't actually get to see, or we don't there's no confirmation of what is down there.
They just start grabbing at things, and
we just know that they went down there and they're like, oh, there's nothing down here. And they're talking about how in Apokolips certain metals and things that they use to make their weapons are forged in these pits, but there's nothing down there. But then a giant arm pops up from the bottom and grabs them, essentially. And
creepy.
Yeah.
So after that, meanwhile, elsewhere.
So that's what's happening in Markovia. Back at the Watchtower, well, two things happening. We have Mr. Terrific talking. So do y'all remember back in issue number 2 of this series where they went to the forest and there was a whole bunch of eggs and there was one parademon that could actually talk? Apparently they've been holding this parademon in a holding cell, ever since then. And Mr. Terrific went to go talk to him to try to see if he can reveal
what
something
is going on.
Yeah, so reveal something that can help them deal with what's going on. And he's like, nah, but you know what? I realize what my purpose is now. An incubator. And he slices himself open. And some parademons just pop out of him.
Again. Creepy.
And those parademons that popped out of him were able to crawl out of the holding cell and attack Mr. Terrific.
Run. Run for your life. This is disturbing.
Meanwhile,
elsewhere,
back in the rec room with the Time Trapper, they have gathered some more help, per se. They gathered Martian Manhunter, Mr. Niles Calder, which, if you guys don't know, he is from the Doom Patrol. The way that I would describe him is kind of like the Charles Xavier, like the brain, like the head brains of the Doom Patrol. He's really smart, and he's kind of like the leader-ish of the Doom Patrol, the big thinker, if you will. And apparently he has very extensive knowledge on xenobiology, which I think that's a term, alien biology. I think that's the term for that, if I'm not mistaken.
Possibly.
So they brought him in to help, with whatever they're going to try to help with Doomsday. They brought Martian Manhunter to use his mind powers to connect everybody and to transfer the information that Niles Calder has to the surgeon, or the person that is going to be performing the surgery, which they brought in Metamorpho, because he's purely elemental. So whatever time
it don't work on him.
It's not really going to work on him. So that's why they brought him in, but they need Niles Calder's knowledge. Yeah, so Metamorpho's body can withstand the time the time goings on.
All right.
Niles Calder has the information, and Martian Manhunter has the means to funnel that information to Metamorpho.
So basically, and correct me if I'm wrong, while I get this all out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you have the body of Metamorpho,
mm-hmm.
the mind of Dr. Cauldron?
Niles Calder.
Niles Cauldron.
Calder.
Excuse me. And the middleman of
Martian Manhunter.
Mm-hmm. That's an interesting team.
Yeah, because
I understand why, but
yeah, because Niles Calder, if his body was able to withstand the time bubble that's around Dooms, the time trapper,
mm-hmm.
he could perform the surgery, but his body would be affected by the time.
Yes.
And then the connection to get his information to Metamorpho, who can be the one, the arms, the eyes, and everything.
Basically.
They need the Martian Manhunter to connect their minds.
Yes. I was going to say, all they got to do is put his brain in that body. Technically, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Technically.
Without actually removing his brain and putting it in his body.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Meanwhile, elsewhere.
Not yet.
Close enough.
But so the surgery is happening, and this time bubble that's around him is slowly growing, and that's a problem, but they need to continue the surgery.
Or it's going to get worse.
Yeah, so the time trapper is the only one that can help with this time bubble that's happening, but so they need to save him so that he can control the time bubble and not destroy the watchtower.
So they gotta save him in order to save themselves.
Yeah, pretty much. So the rest of everybody that was in the rec room kind of has to leave, but the three, Martian Manhunter, Niles Calder, and Metamorpho, need to stay to complete this surgery.
I'm be honest. I'm like, you know what? We had a good run, guys. I'm gonna head out. Peace. Deuces. I'm gone, baby.
And that's how the issue ends. We have the parademons attacking Mr. Terrific. We have whatever figure grabbed the team in Markovia. Mm-hmm. And then we have the other team in the Watchtower rec room trying to save the time trapper. And then also Batman doing what Batman does.
Too much is going on all at once. I'm sorry. This is really good, but it is so confusing trying to keep up with each one of them because you got stuff going this way, that way, up, down, left, right, center.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I like it. I can guarantee you guys will like it too. Check out your local comic book store and pick up the issue and the other ones. And if by some reason you can't, you can always check out the app.
The DC Infinite app.
Or you can watch it with your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, in a plane, in a train, anywhere that you feel safe. Now, you guys enjoy your reading. Be good. We love you. Peace.
Peace.